That was my hair. Okay, guys. Hello, welcome to Tea Time Tuesday. Let me see if I can get myself a little bit closer to you guys. Okay, so my name is Emma. And hello again. Yeah, I am not feeling well today. Caught a summer cold, so yeah, trying to get better. I really didn't want to do a Tea Time Tuesday today, but I said, you know what, just let me do it. I was going to go outside. I left this chair here. Hold on, let's get it out of the way. So I was going to go outside, but I said to myself, you know what, it's too hot out there for me right now. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna go outside. Plus, even though it would probably have been a little bit more easier for me because I have the table right near the door now. So my neighbor's umbrella table, so it would have been a lot more easier. But because I'm not feeling well, I just the idea of walking up and down the stairs, I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. But anyway, I said, well, just let me do it here. So I'm not crooked. I think I am a little crooked, but you have to excuse the flies. I'm gonna try to buy some fly strips. I don't even have fly swatter now that I think about it. We used to have them, but I don't have any right now. Anyway, welcome for joining me for a cup of tea. I am just drinking regular raspberry. It's from Celestial, and it's just raspberry tea. Again, I like the color. The color is always the thing that I like to see. Not so much, of course, the flavor is important, but I do like the color of the tea. Okay, so I did mention the last time that I was going to order some fake foods, like fake donuts, fake cupcakes, fake macaroons, to put like a display here. This way I could always have something here. But then I was thinking about doing these pastries for a while. They were blueberry pastries. They're like little mini turnovers. So I said, you know what, I really need to get on this. And it was so funny because my granddaughter was like, oh, you know, when are you going to make those, when are you going to use the pastry because it's going to expire? Right now I'm welcoming the tea because my throat hurts so much. And for some reason my watch stopped. So otherwise I would have been wearing it. I don't know what happened, it just stopped. It might need a new battery, so I'm gonna have to keep turning my back. Just at my throat. All the coughing, it makes your throat feel raw. So believe me, I couldn't wait to drink this tea. So anyway, I did go, and I didn't go anywhere. I was thinking about buying some stuff and putting some, you know, sweets on here, or do it like I did the last time, just put some packaged items and just put them on here. But then I thought, well, you know, I gotta make those pastries. I have to get those out. So then I thought, oh, whoa, wait a minute. Let me hurry up and make them, and I can put those on the tier tray. So that's what I did. So I made these earlier today, and they're just blueberry little like mini turnovers. And I didn't have the sleeves to put on here. So I had this like one giant big cupcake sleeve, and I just cut them in half. So, and they do look good, actually. It looks nice. I know you can't see it from over there, but they do look good. It's nice and puffy. They're blueberry, and I have all these. Yeah, I have to buy some strips. And they're blueberry filling. I did see a tutorial, so I wanted to make sure I put all the right ingredients in there. So let's give it a go. Let's try them. Although I don't really like how the bottom came out, because I don't have, I have an oven, but it's not working right now. So I'm using that one for the meantime until we get this one fixed. I bought the wrong igniter. So, well, even if I did have the right igniter, I would still have needed somebody to put it in, because I don't know how to put it in. But I did buy the wrong igniter. So I'm going to have to find somebody to come in and repair the oven. Okay, so let's give these a go. Nice filling inside. I think I put enough. Not too much, not too little. Like just enough. Now, and it's not that sweet. And that's the other good thing. I can't wait to do apples. I'm going to do apple next week. But I think I'm going to use my own dough. I'm going to make my own pastry dough if I can. Yeah, that was good. I'm not just saying that to say that. I know a lot of people eat stuff and they make stuff and they're always like, oh, that is so good. Of course it's good. You're going to say it's good. You're not going to say it doesn't taste good. But, no. If something doesn't taste good, I will let you know. No, I'm not going to say, oh, it tastes great when it doesn't. I just tasted salt. I didn't put salt in here. That could have been the cornstarch. That's what I'm thinking. This one came out a little bit wonky because I put it in. What do you call it? I cut the pastry because it fell apart, and I just tried to push it together. I don't like the pastry, the dough, because it came out of Pillsbury, those Pillsbury sheets that already come cut up, which I didn't see no, what do you call it, no perforated anything on there, so I didn't see that. So I had to cut them on my own. But I mean, the pastry's okay, it's not great. But I'd rather use my own. I might have to buy another one just to make the apple turnover ones until I can make my own pastry dough. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to nail it by next week. So, it's not great. It's not bad. It's just right. It's not too sugary. It's not too sweet. This is a perfect little tea snack to go with your tea. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I mentioned that last week. I went to go buy cupcakes and they flipped and they were all ruined. I was so mad. I go, I'm not plating those. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I said, forget it. So I don't know. That's when I decided just to put whatever on there. Oh, I'm trying to drink this tea as hot as I can. Only because, it makes my throat feel so good. I know if I would have been outside, I would have been sweating. I really would have been sweating. I'm sorry. I really don't know how much I hate being congested. I just really do hate being congested. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with the books because I was reading Hannah's War. And although I'm almost not quite finished with it, but I'm close to finishing it. I still got a little bit ways to go, but I figure another couple of weeks or so I should be done with it. But Hannah's War, I mean, it's okay. I mean, she is a physicist. You know, she works with, what do you call that when you put numbers and letters on the wall? I mean, on a board with solving. What do you call it? There's a word for it. I can't think of it. Solving. Not quotations. They're not quotations. But solving like matter and solving, science stuff. There's a word for it, but I can't think of it right now. And that's what she does. She is a physicist, so she, does, out, get out of here, get out. Nuclei and all that stuff. So, she is supposedly, this one guy from America thinks that she's a spy. So that's what this one guy is trying to nail her on, except that he hasn't really had any luck to find anything that she has done wrong. Now, I do believe Hannah is, I think she is Jewish. And she has a sibling, and her name is Sublime. Or is that her cousin? And, they come from a Jewish family. So everything, a lot of things are restricted to them. But, she is kind of like developing not too much of a liking for Jack, because Jack is the investigator. And he's trying to, find whatever he can, like, to see if she has anything to hide or anything like that. But so far, let me just read you a few sentences. I should think it would become exhausting after a while, said Hannah, marching in circles like Joshua, hoping that the walls of Jericho would tumble. Because again, he's always, trying to find whatever evidence he can to pin her with. And let me see, you won this round, Hannah, but believe me, we're not done yet. When they reached the car, Jack opened the passenger door for her and then got into the driver's seat. Before he turned the key to the ignition, he rested his hands on the steering wheel and said, I'll say one thing for you, Dr. Weiss. You haven't disappointed me yet. Now, she is kind of like, kind of like, they're both, I think, kind of like playing cat and mouse. Like, they already kissed, and she was the one that initiated it. So they are already kissed, and I was surprised about that. Let's see. New Mexico gets impressive when there's no moon, because they were in kind of like some kind of either parking lot or something. Hannah got out and leaned her head back against the roof of the car, revealing the fine, long arc of her neck. Her warm breath created a soft cloud in the air in front of her lips. It was probably chilly. Her warm, when this war is over, you'll see all this science happening now, all this hypothesis and ligariums and equations will take us into space. We'll travel the moon, to other planets, other galaxies. Who's we? Mankind, the human race, but who will get there first, US or Russia? Hannah shrugged. How far apart are the two when you're standing on the moon? Standing on the moon, said Jack, is a luxury I don't have. So the two look pretty far apart from my perspective, and I know which side I am on. A luxury I don't have. Ah, yeah, I forgot. Jack shrugged off his jacket and settled it on her shoulders. Okay, so, like I said, they're kind of like playing cat and mouse right now. Right now, they had just came from visiting somebody at the house. Let's see. I was going to underline stuff, but I was feeling sick. I was like, I just don't have the head for this. And so right now they're like talking about something that they discovered. So they came knocking on Dr. Ferre's door. Okay, so that's where we're at on that one. As for the gambling for the Duke's daughter, now that one I'm liking a lot. It just so happens that when it came to the Duke's daughter, her name is Natalia. And Dylan Blake is the one that's trying to get, trying to lure or win a bet with his friend so that he can get some money, so he can, get like $2,000 or I don't know how much money. So right now they're like, at first he's like, he really wanted to win her over. It was going to be easy, watch. But then when he found out who she was, he backed off and goes, nah, I ain't going there. But then what happened was that his brother, Michael, ended up dancing with Natalia at another dance, because that's all they were doing all the time. They were going to balls and stuff like that. And she knew that that Michael and Dylan were from, brothers. So she found that out. And she did see that Michael wasn't as pleasing and pleasant looking like Dylan. So, and which she felt like she wished she had. He had been, more, I guess, prettier or more handsome. But nevertheless, he did Michael himself, because they, back in the day, I guess in those days you would do anything to get money. You had to find something, and they were down on their luck. So the only way Michael thought about getting money back into the family was to marry somebody who was wealthy, and Natalia was that person. So he goes, I have no choice, I have to do this, and it's hard knowing that you got to do this, but something you have to do. So he's going after Natalia, and she, he did end up having a dance with her, and he tried to let her know that, oh, can I see you tomorrow? Can I, and she was like, but she said, yeah, okay, but not really for her sake. I don't think she really wanted Michael to come see her for her sake, But I think in back of her mind, yeah, if we hook up, I'll be able to see Dylan. Like, yeah, because they're brothers. But then when Dylan found out that Michael was about to start courting, who do you call it, Natalia, he was like, what? He was like, that's the girl I'm trying to win a bet from. No, he's like, oh no. And Dylan is like, my brother wins at everything. That's for sure. He's gonna end up winning her, and he's gonna have her, and I'll be done. And, you know, who else am I gonna make wagers over who? So he felt like he was being screwed, and he didn't want to step on his, brother's toes, and so there was a problem right now. But get off. So I should just put a blanket over there. So then, who do you call it? He goes home, and he's like, oh great, now I'm like really, in trouble now, because I don't know how. There's no way I'm going to be able to win this wager now that my brother's involved. So then he goes home, and he tries to sneak in the back way. Because, like I said, this is getting interesting for me. That's when something is interesting, you're going to remember. So he goes to this like halfway house that he's, paying very low wage for to pay rent. But he knew the landlady was going to be around, so he tried to sneak up into his room without her seeing him. And she does see him, and she's like, Dylan, can I see you for a few minutes? And he knew it right away. So he tries to compliment her and saying how pretty she was. Although, he says, but she was, yeah, not fit. She was, what she was. She was a big woman, not slender, I'm sure, like Natalia. So he was like, oh, I know, and I'll pay you next week. She goes, well, that's what you said last time. And he goes, I know, I'm just having hard luck, blah, blah. He goes, okay. And she goes, because he was sweet talking to her, and she goes, okay, at the end of the month, you gotta come up with it, or I'm gonna have to evict you. So finally, he's settling down, he's drinking whiskey, trying to get himself drunk. He's thinking about everything that he has to go through with his brother, and how he's going to try to win this thing, and then his father comes knocking on his door, and he's like, he's like, who the hell could it be? This is his father, and he's like, and then his father comes, and he's like just giving him a wicked stare, and he goes, why are you here? What are you doing here? And I guess they didn't have a good relationship, because his father was just like, you're an embarrassment, and blah, 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 and I guess he was reminiscing how, his father always beat his, him and his sibling all the time, and that he was like a monster, And he goes, that's it, I'm sick of you. Don't even think about another son from me, because I'm cutting you off. And he's like, oh crap, you're cutting me off. That's what I was counting on to pay the rent with. He's like, now I'm really screwed. So then he's like, finally his father walks out, and he's pissed, and he's lying like, can't believe he did this. I can't believe my father literally cut me off. Like, what am I going to do for money now? And now he's like, I have no choice but to go after Natalia now. Now we have two brothers going after this one girl. Now it's like, who's going to get the girl? Kind of thing, So it's like, no. So I didn't see that coming. So really I am getting into the gambling for the Duke's daughter. So now I see where the gambling part is going to come in, because now he's going to gamble for her against his own brother. So I cannot wait to read more. Hannah's War, I'll try to keep you updated again. I'll try to bring up some more. But like I said, when a book is very interesting, you're going to remember. You're going to remember some of the stuff that you read. Hannah's War, it's okay. The only thing about Hannah's words, I'm still trying to find out, is she guilty of being a spy? Is that what she's doing? Her sister Sublime, or cousin, or are they just trying to escape from, what's going on during the war and just trying to live peacefully and and just finish school and move on? I don't know. We don't know if she or is she really a spy? Like Jack thinks she is. So I don't know. But I'm gonna try to do something about these flies because there's just too many of them here. So I'm gonna leave you with that, and like a fish in the sea. So glad you caught me, and I will catch you next week on Tea Time Tuesday. Bye.